Good morning, Freedom Bringers. How's everybody doing today? Waiting on the truck to warm up so I can drive. I got an after action report for my first tactical response class. It was fighting pistol. See here, book, tactical response, fighting pistol. It's the best handgun class I've been to. It's probably the best training class that I've been to out of all of them. It really works. You know what they teach, what they cover, the mindset portions, everything about it is really good. Now, I did a very thorough after action report write-up on the Facebook page. I'll put a link to that in the description below. I'm not really going to try and go in depth about the class itself on the after action report video. This is going to be more about the people, the instructors, just the general experience. So, I will give a quick overview of the class though. Day one was all range, starting with draw strokes and going on through one-shot drills, learning Wyatt protocol, which is your fast protocol, fight, assess, scan, top off, and there's a whole list of T's that you can use that fall in that place. Then we did some movements and dot drills and speed reloads and different types of malfunctions, and all that stuff was day one. Learn to run your gun right. And then closer to the end of the day, on day one, we really started fighting with the gun. You know, like the second half of the day. How many shots to put where to make sure you put somebody down, what body parts to aim at, all that stuff. You probably hear that too much. Just turn that lower down. Alright, so that was day one. Day two started with a 4-hour lecture, or 3-hour lecture. Yeah, 3-hour lecture. It was the whole morning, and it was excellent. It covered legality, it covered mindset, it covered the use of force continuum, it covered everything you need to know really as a concealed carrying citizen, and how to be prepared and what to do in that situation. Excellent stuff. So after that, we had lunch and we went out to the range. We did a lot of shooting on the move, and covering concealment and firing from retention, and day one we did groundwork on your ass and on your back and all that stuff, and we reused those positions on day two in different heights of concealment or cover. You know, things that you could stand behind, things that you had to kneel or lay supine behind, and things that only supine would work behind. All that kind of stuff. And then we finished up with the end of the day stuff, and they gave us our certificates, kind of in a little informal ceremony right there on the range, and we were all released, and it was a great time. I will definitely be back to do another tactical response class shortly. But what I really wanted to talk about in this video is how much the overall experience was. It was just excellent experience. Sorry, I got some sun, put some sunglasses on. It was just an excellent experience. My instructors, like you, I only have to look this up. I remember them all. Lead instructor was Jerry Nuss. Jerry is an excellent instructor. Great guy. Really knows his stuff. Really makes sure that you learn the stuff. Fun to be around. Very, what's the word I'm looking for here? The man just knows his shit. He's got it together. So when you watch him perform the actions, it's clean and crisp, so you understand exactly what you should do and what you should look like. It's good. And we had Tim. Everybody just calls him Tim, but I got his last name. It's Tim Morris. Yeah, I didn't even make it to look up. Tim Morris is hilarious. That man, I don't know where he came from. Well, I know where he came from. He came from Paducah, Kentucky, which is where I'm from. Just awesome. But I don't know what wires got crossed when they made old Tim. But damn it, they should do that more. Tim is funny. But Tim, again, knows his stuff. And Tim makes learning the stuff fun. You will understand what you're supposed to understand, but you will have a good time while you learn it. And it is, I just can't say that enough, how great of an instructor Tim Morris was. He really did make the class, it was one of the things that made the class the most enjoyable. So, and finally we had Mr. Donald Numbers, the MF Armorer. Let me tell you, that man is a fracking warrior, boys. It breeds in everything that he does. That he is there, and knows his shit, and knows how to fight, and is a warrior. Sorry, I've got some ice on the windshield that's making it difficult to see where I'm going. So, it is what it is. You'll see me duck down every once in a while. You're not really looking at this anyway. It's not a very pretty mug. You're listening to the words. So, talking about Don. Don's another really great instructor. It seems like all the instructors there are just really good at their job and really know what they're doing, which is probably why they are where they are. Tactical Response is a good school. They don't fuck around. They don't want any half-ass shit. You're not going to find any local yokels that fucking shoot bullets in the ceiling or, you know, think that they're Johnny Whiz-Bang with their fucking handgun because they shoot IDPA or some shit and teach you things that have no relevance in the world of concealed carry and fighting. Like, they made it very clear while you were there. This is not a handgun class. This is not a shooting class. This is a fighting class. They are teaching you to fight with a handgun. And by God, that's what they did. So, back to the basic experience of the class. Camden, Tennessee is pretty barren. There's not a lot there as far as just random stuff, but there are a few really great things in Camden. One, of course, being Tactical Response. And you go there, it's, from the outside, honestly, it doesn't look like a whole lot, and it doesn't have to. You know, that's not a complaint. It's just, you can tell they put their time and their effort where it counted. You're not going to walk into some flashy, showy building or, you know, big bright purple and neon signs or some shit trying to make you think that this is a good place by the appearance of a building. The students that go there because we know, or they know, hell, I'm an alumni now, so we know that we're going to receive quality instruction on how to fight with guns, handguns, rifles, shotguns, whatever class you're in. Once you get inside, however, it's very, very nice. Classroom area is very open, huge whiteboard space. The acoustics in the room work very good. At no point did I have any trouble hearing the instructor. Whoever it was that was talking, Mr. Jerry started the first day. The other instructors were there. They'd pipe up from different locations in the room and add things as necessary to the instruction. The second day was James Yeager himself. I was lucky enough that he was there and available to do the lecture himself. He always gives the lecture, but sometimes it is done via video because he is unable to be there during the time of the class. But that was one of the things they were very clear about, is your instructional time on the second day, where you're covering legality and mindset and all that, is always from James Jaeger, whether it's him in person or him in video, because that allows him to be a witness for you should you ever have to shoot somebody in self-defense. Should you ever need to apply a judicious use of force in a self-defense scenario to keep yourself from dying, you have a person there with prior law enforcement experience and years and years and years of professional instruction that is willing to come and testify on your behalf. You were properly taught how to do it and when to do it, and did what you were taught, as long as you actually did what you were taught, which I think is really good. That's another part of the experience that, you know, they really make you feel like you're part of a family here, and by God, you are. Once you become a Tactical Response alumni, you are part of the family. So, and they let you know it. They bring you in. Hell, at the end of day one, we all ordered pizza together and sat back down in the classroom and just sat around and chatted and learned and got to know each other and answered questions for like an hour and a half. After the instructors had been on the range and dealing with us for 8 hours, they took an additional hour and a half, 2 hours of their time to sit down with us at the end of the day to eat dinner with the entire class that wanted to. Not everybody was able to make it. And just hang out and be there. All the instructors and James Jaeger himself sat down there and made additional time for us and ate dinner with us like a family. So it's a really, really neat experience. I can't say enough how much I enjoyed it. The instructors banter a lot. They pick on each other a lot. Not anything that interrupts class or makes anybody uncomfortable, but you can tell that they've been around each other a lot and they have that kind of mentality. Honestly, it reminded me a lot of being back in the Marine Corps. The kind of witty banter and not so gentle ribbing and picking at each other as you perform the duties of the day. It really, again, made the class that much more enjoyable for me. If you're a veteran or a military guy, or from what I could tell, we had a police officer in the class and I have some police officer friends personally, they have a similar mindset in the way they go about stuff. If you're used to that kind of stuff and you enjoy it, you will definitely love Tactical Response classes. If you've never experienced it before, it will be an experience that you never forget, but it won't distract you from your training or make you uncomfortable. We had kids in our classes as young as 8, a couple of 12 and 14-year-old girls, and all the way up to elderly women and gentlemen who were learning to use their guns properly at an older age. And they were able to perform all the drills. They didn't complain, they didn't whine. They laid down on the ground and rolled around and learned how to fight just like the rest of us, because the bad guy doesn't care. Actually, I take that back. The bad guy does care. The bad guy wants you to be old or a kid or weak or injured or decrepit. The bad guy wants a weak, easy target. He does not want to fight. He wants somebody that's going to see his gun, piss themselves, and give in to whatever they want. If they wanted to fight, they would be doing something else. They don't want to fight. They want to scare you. They want you to cower. They want to take your shit or rape you or whatever the hell it is they do. And they're going to look for softer targets. Children, women, elderly, people that walk around with their head down staring at the ground all the time. You look like prey, you're going to get eaten. That one was, I believe that one came from Mr. Farnham, relayed to us through the class from him, because they trained with him a lot. But I don't know for sure. I know the saying. I'm not 100% sure where it came from, but I think it was Farnham. Look it up, find out where it comes from, make sure that proper people get credit. I didn't make that up. So it's John Farnham, by the way, if you're gonna look it up. So that's the class. Just a great, wonderful, enjoyable experience. If you want to know about what was covered in the instruction or those types of things, read the written after action report. See the pictures. I got pictures of people shooting on the line, pictures of me shooting on the line, all that stuff. Check that out. Like I said, I'll have the link in the description. Now just the peripherals around it. Camden is kind of a gunfighter mecca, at least in my mind. If you've never been, you need to go once. You need to have a vehicle while you're there, because there's some other stuff that you can do while you're at Camden that's worth going to. One is going to special operations equipment. I made the trip after range time on day one, and when I got back to the classroom for dinner and told everybody about it and how great it was and stuff, I had to go back again and show people where it was. Pretty much everybody that does this kind of stuff knows who special operations equipment is. John Willis, SOE, man, he builds top quality shit. I started my class with a different belt, and at the end of day one said, this isn't working, and I went and bought an SOE belt, and it is a night and day difference. I got their EDC belt, 1.5 Cobra buckle, heavy damn nylon webbing. You literally cannot squeeze it hard enough to crush it. And I do the grip strength and stuff because it helps with my firing. I've got a pretty strong grip, and I can't crush it. I don't know. Maybe somebody out there can. There's a lot of people in the world a hell of a lot stronger than me, but I damn sure can. Mine's in black multicam, green thread, toxic green. It's awesome. Really, I'm stoked about it. It made a huge difference in my carry and the comfort, man. It's so stiff that it keeps everything exactly where it should be. I got the Velcro lined one too, which really helps keeping stuff exactly where you put it on the belt. Like, none of my stuff has the other Velcro backing, but I guess it just provides enough friction with the NSR soft loops. It makes a big difference. So, but SOE, while you're there, you can go put hands on every piece of kit they make in that place. They're just all on shelves. They'll show you. They have a really friendly front staff. Do a real good job of taking you around, showing you, okay, do you have this? No, well, this is what we recommend. You should start you, all that kind of stuff. Walk around to the shop, show you everything, show you how it's all done. Take time to talk to you about stuff. Just excellent stuff. Can't recommend SOE's gear high enough, but if you're anywhere in the area, you need to go there in person and meet the people and put your hands on the stuff. It's an experience that I would not give up. I will go back to SOE gear every time I go to Canada. No questions about it. The last part there about my Camden experience was the team room. It is literally a room made, area for people in the basement of J.J. Yeager's house. And it is nice. It's very nice. 2 section couches, 2 rooms full of bunk beds, refrigerators, coffee maker, microwave, bathroom, shower, big TV, all that. Very, very nice, very comfortable place to stay. And make sure you put your name on the list so you got a place. And it's great. It's free too. He does not charge his students to stay in the team room. As long as there's space, you can stay there. And I recommend it. I had a lot of really great conversation. I was able to do the assigned homework, just sitting there on the couch in peace. Nobody messed with you, but when you wanted conversation, you could have it. It's a great experience. So, that was my Camden fighting pistol experience. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I will definitely be going back. And anybody who has not taken training, I recommend that you do. Me personally, I'm going to recommend that you start with fighting pistol and tactical response. Because every warrior should be carrying a gun on them every day. Anywhere you go, all day, every day, you need to carry your gun. And these people will teach you how to fight with that gun. So when the day comes that you need to protect yourself, when your fight happens, you'll be ready. So, go out, train. Look them up, tactical response, and SOE gear. Oh, I used NSR holsters and stuff for my guns through the class on the belt, and they held up excellently as well. Absolutely no issues. Dave White makes a hell of a product. I recommend them for your holsters. So, SOE gear for belts and nylon gear. Dave White at NSR for all your Kydex needs, and tactical response for your training stuff. There's a lot of great places. If you go Thunder Ranch, tactical response, all those places, you guys know what they are. But if you're close or not, make at least one excuse to go trade some at tactical response and go to SOE and stuff while you're there. Alright guys, I'm out. So remember to bring the freedom, boys, and